open expanse of the Mexican desert, 7 men slowly approach a hidden canyon. They are members of a special search team looking for signs of life, signs of communication from the universe beyond the stars.
Mr. Lacombe, do you see what I see?
I cannot be sure. Let us get closer.
Can it be?
Mr. Laughlin, when one is dealing with the unknown, anything is possible.
Senor, they have aeroplanes sitting in the middle of the road. Aeroplanes! Look at them, Lacombe. They are old propeller bombers. Bombers, I think.
You are correct, Mr. Laughlin. Torpedo bombers from the Second World War. Get the serial numbers off the engine blocks.
Quickly, the members of the expedition record the plane serial numbers and give them to Claude Lacombe, head of the search team.
Here is the list, senor. Do they match? Yes. It seems to be the one. What one, senor? These serial numbers match the national lieutenant from the Navy. Then it's true. Yes, David. These planes were last seen 33 years ago. They set me while on a training mission from Pensacola, Florida. What happened to the pilot? Well, my young friend, he's at least
In a small house in an Indiana suburb, 4-year-old Barry Diver is tossing and turning in his bed. He might be having a bad dream. Suddenly, a bright red light streaks through his window and wakes him. On the nightstand next to his bed, one of Barry's battery-operated toys suddenly comes on. It is his Frankenstein monster. It raises its hands. Now, all of Barry's toys are mysteriously in motion. He is very excited. This is the most fun he has ever had. Imagine all of your toys moving by themselves. The light from outside Barry's window is growing stronger.
Barry? Is that you, Barry? Answer, Mommy. Barry!
In a Midwestern air traffic control center, 3 men are anxiously staring at a green radar screen. They are in touch with a commercial jetliner that appears on their screen. But there is also an image on the screen that they don't recognize.
Aries 31, this is Air Traffic Control, Indianapolis Center. Do you read me?
I read you loud and clear, Control. Do you have it on your scope?
I do, 31. Do you have visual contact with the aircraft?
He's right on top of me and descending rapidly.
31, you are clear to veer 45 right.
Turning now. That's the brightest set of lights I've ever seen.
Can you tell what type of aircraft it is?
I've never seen anything like it before.
Could it be an Air Force vehicle?
Maybe. I sure doubt it. I think we've got a real UFO.
While Air East 31 was reporting its sighting to Indianapolis Center, Roy Neary is at home playing with the electric trains he had set up for his children. Being an electrician for the local utility company, Roy is constantly on call in case of emergencies.
It's for you, Roy.
I'm coming.
Hello? Yes. What's up, Ike? Yes, I'll be right there.
Trouble?
Blackout at Gilmore. I don't think...
Oh, where's Blackout now?
Hello, Ike. This is Roy. But I'm calling on my radio phone. What's the picture?
We're losing power all over the country, Roy. Now, get over to Transformer Station, check the lines. I've got 9. There should be a crew on its way.
Right. What's blacked out?
Gilmore, Tolono, and Crystal Lake.
As Roy is speeding toward the trouble spot, he keeps his radio tuned to the police frequency. He is surprised to hear a number of calls reporting lights in Tolono.
Ike, this is Roy.
Are you at the scene yet?
No, but listen. The police are reporting bright lights in Tolano. I thought that town was totally blacked out.
That's what it shows on my board.
I better go and check it out. If we have current in those lines, someone on the repair crew is going to get electrocuted.
Roy Neary is concerned over the conflicting reports about the lights in Tolono. If they are true, then someone could be seriously injured on the line. With his yellow dome light flashing, Roy maneuvers the company truck down the highway at a frightening 90 miles an hour.
Oh no, a child! Hey, lady! You shouldn't let your kid out this late and walking on the highway.
I've been He disappeared earlier this evening.
I'm sorry. Miss...
Jillian Garner. This is my son, Barry. What is that?
Where?
On the horizon.
It's not possible.
They're so bright.
Cover your eyes.
He's flying so low.
Get out of the road. Look, I'm going after them.
What, Barry? Hey, nice.
Not knowing whether or not to believe his eyes, Roy Neary races across the highway in an attempt to get a second look at the trio of UFOs. Before he knows it, he is crossing the border into Ohio and gaining rapidly on the Indiana State Police cars that had passed him earlier. He can hear the conversation of the two Indiana officers on his two-way radio telephone.
I'm going to catch those things, whatever they are. We seem to be hitting on them. Watch the road. Look out for the car.
Later, at the Indiana State Police headquarters,
Mr. Neary, do you want to make out a report?
I saw them. I know I did.
But I don't think it would be wise to write it up, Mr. Neary.
What are you saying, officer?
It's just that the press may blow this out of proportion. You know, we don't want to end up as the laughing stock of the nation.
Roy understood. No one, not even the police, were going to admit what he knew really happened. At 4 o'clock that morning, Roy arrived home.
Where have you been? My Harris has been calling all night.
You won't believe what I saw tonight.
Really, you're not listening to me. They want to know where you've been. Nobody has been able to get in touch with you.
Honey, you won't believe this.
Let me sleep.
They don't make any noise at all. There's nothing but air, and all of a sudden, whoosh, and then a red whoosh.
The department has been trying to reach you.
I shut off my radio.
It's your job.
Look, get out of bed. Well, wake up the kids. I'm going to show you.
In the still of the early morning darkness, Roy Neary drives his wife and 3 children out to the field where he saw the bright sky show.
What are we doing here, Roy? Tell me, what you're waiting for?
You'll know when you see them.
Come on, I came here with you. Now, please tell me, what did it look like?
Kind of like an ice cream cone. An orange ice cream cone. In a shell.
Like a taco.
No, rounder and larger. And it gave off a kind of neon glow.
Roy, if one of those ships came down right now and the door opened, would you go on it?
Of course, yes. I'm sorry, honey, but anyone would. Don't you see?
I don't see. All I see is that my husband drags out of the house at 4 in the morning and stands in the middle of a cornfield, waiting for a flying saucer to take him off and never land. Don't ever try anything like this again. We're your family. It's not normal.
Later that morning at the Neary home, Roy is getting ready to shave. He's playing with the shaving cream in his hand, trying to construct a landscape scene.
No, I don't think that's right. Ronnie, what does this remind you of?
I don't want to talk about it.
Last night I saw something I can't explain.
Last night you behaved like a...
I'm going out there tonight, and I'm going to figure out what that mountain is.
Your shaving cream mountain? No. You're going to stop playing and come down to earth. No more nighttime excursions.
Okay, I won't. I won't go.
Okay. All right, I'll tell him. Roy, that was Grimsby from the department. You've been fired. Didn't even want to talk to you. What are you going to do?
This shaving cream just won't stand right. I can't get that mountain into the right shape.
Roy, did you hear me? They fired you. There's no more jobs.
No. Let me try to shape it again.
Roy went back to the field the next night, and the second night after that. Soon he noticed 2 familiar faces.
Hi. Remember Barry?
How can I forget? That was some night, wasn't it?
It doesn't feel like it's over. You're sunburned. The glow got my face in my neck. Did you tell your wife what we saw?
Of course.
Did she believe you?
She understands.
I know. I told my mother and she said I've been living alone for too long.
Yes, but the fact remains, we saw them. Nothing can change that.
In the California desert, near Barstow, the Flintstone radio telescope is listening to the sky. Inside the control bunker, Claude Lacombe and David Laughlin are briefing their staff.
Okay, everyone. We have received 2 15-minute broadcasts, like this.
What about a response to that?
First, we have to figure out what it means.
You know, I used to be a cartographer, a map specialist. The signal looks like a number symbolizing longitude.
Do you think they are trying to tell us where they are going to land?
I'll get a map.
Let us see. Maine, South Dakota, Wyoming.
Wyoming.
In his room, young Barry Geiler is playing with his toy xylophone. The 5 notes he is tapping out sound strange coming from the poorly tuned instrument. Now the sound of the toy is interrupted by the gentle roll of distant thunder. Lightning cracks around the house. Barry's mother runs into his room.
Barry, close your window. Hurry. No, Barry.
Later that day, Roy and Ronnie drive to DAX Air Base to attend a meeting on the UFO sightings.
You shouldn't be here, Roy. You don't belong.
Shh, honey.
These other people, they're all misled. They got him. They did. In the ship. My baby is gone. You just look at how hysterical that woman is. Her child has been kidnapped. It was in the paper. Gillian Geiler. Yes, that's her. You see what this craziness is doing to people, Roy? Roy?
What?
Folks, you all sit down, please. Now, I'm Major Benchley. In my hand, I have a model of a flying saucer. Made in Japan.
Major, you can't dismiss the fears that we are living through the first stages of exploration from somewhere else. Look, I'm a reasonable person. All of us are reasonable people. Yet I know I saw something that was unlike anything I have ever seen before.
Roy, now you'll attract the TV cameras.
I don't care. Major, you people are supposed to run the skies. Surely you can't deny there's been an air show going on.
Now, all I can say is that after 10 years of investigation, there is no proof of the physical existence of these things.
What things, Major?
Well, please understand, Mr. Neary, I'm not attacking your credibility.
Just tell us what's going on.
Well, we're not sure. But we can't assume that these were excursion vehicles from another planet.
Then what were they?
We had some high-altitude refueling missions taking place that night. Also, there was a possibility of a condition called temperature inversion, whereby a cold layer of air is sandwiched between layers of warm air.
You're not giving us an answer.
If there was solid evidence...
I am evidence. I want to be taken seriously.
In an abandoned warehouse in Huntsville, Texas, the special UFO team under the direction of Claude Lacombe is loading trucks with sophisticated electronic equipment.
You should be at the coordinates in Wyoming by the day after tomorrow. Remember, this is top secret.
I don't think we'll have any problems. The trucks are well disguised.
How will we evacuate the area?
The Army has seen to that end.
Clever plan, no doubt?
Yes. Poison gas.
Back at the Neary household,
I'm sorry I exploded at the meeting, Ronnie.
I'm so ashamed.
But I have to go and find out what's driving me so hard. I have to find out.
I know.
You understand?
I'm not sure, but do what you have to.
The key is the mountain. I've been trying for days with shaving cream, dirt, whatever I can get my hands on to recreate that image I saw. Somehow I've got to find
And
it.
here's a late-breaking story from Wyoming.
It's sundown here in the hot zone of Wyoming, and thousands of civilian refugees are fleeing the scene of disaster.
No, wait.
7 tank cars of
You're not divine,
G-M
kid.
nerve gas destined for destruction by the Army overturned a few hours ago at Waukesha Needles Junction. There are no towns or settlements here in these wild Wyoming foothills, but vacationers are being evacuated as Army and Marine helicopters search a 100-mile area that has as its center the peak known as Devil's Tower.
That's it. That's the mountain. It must be the message. They want me. They want me to know. Look, I've got to call Jillian. I've got to go there. Devil's Tower, Wyoming. That's where I'll find the answer.
Within hours, Roy Neary flies to Wyoming and manages to find a rental car. He turns on the radio.
The U.S. Army has issued the following restrictions. All roads north of I-25, all roads leading to the Grand Tetons, all are now declared unsafe. We are now classified in the red zone. Here are some more details on the Army restrictions.
Uh-oh. A roadblock.
Oh, is that you?
Jillian, you knew!
Yes. I had a feeling you would show up, but we better get moving. The Army's gonna catch us soon.
What about this nerve gas? Does it exist?
I don't know. It's all very suspicious.
What about Barry? The whole thing is flaky.
Lately, that's what the FBI man told me. I could see he didn't believe what I was telling him. I know he didn't believe Barry was taken up into the ship.
We have to find Devil's Tower.
But they have the roads blocked.
Listen, Jillian. We didn't both come out here to Wyoming just to turn around and go back.
The police dragged the river back home for his body. I told him he wasn't in the river. They searched every house for 5 miles looking inside of Junkyard refrigerators. They asked me if I had seen strangers in the neighborhood. Take it easy, Roy.
I can't help it. This is rough country.
Good God, there it is.
Devil's Tower, Wyoming. It's just like I imagined it would be.
Now what?
I guess we better move on or they'll spot us.
Isn't that a gas station?
Looks like a good place to get undercover.
Roy, do you hear that?
Oh, that does it. They've spotted us. Let's move.
Look, Roy. A dead bird.
You want me to turn back?
What killed it, Roy?
I don't know. The Army would like us to think it was that nerve gas. I tell you, this whole nerve gas thing is a put-on. It's got to be a hoax.
Then let's keep going.
Roy drives across the plains, getting closer to the base of Devil's Tower. As he comes hard around a sharp bend, he brakes to a quick stop. 4 olive green vans stand in a row, blocking the dirt road. 4 men dressed in astronaut-type one-piece plastic suits with helmets and air tanks strapped to their backs flag him off the road.
Well, Mr. Neary, how do you feel?
Fine. How do you feel, Major Benchley?
This is a dangerous area, Mr. Neary. I'll have to ask you and your companion to come with us immediately.
I guess we have no choice.
Now, don't make me force you, people, please.
Okay, we're coming peacefully. Where are you taking us?
Home, Mr. Neary. You're going home.
At the base camp near the bottom of Devil's Tower, Roy meets Lacombe.
Are you the boss?
I would like to ask you some questions, Mr. Neary.
Why?
Please, Mr. Neary, we have very little time. I need answers from you that are expressly honest and to the point.
So do I. Where's Jillian?
Your friend is in no danger. Are you aware of the hazards you and your companion risk?
That's a lot of baloney.
There are toxins in the area.
We're alive.
I must ask you some important questions. Do you suffer from headache?
No.
Insomnia?
No.
Have you ever been treated for mental illness?
Not yet.
Anyone in your family?
No.
Bad dreams?
No.
Have you recently had a skin disorder?
No. Well, not unless you mean
Yes?
sort of a one-sided sunburn. But I wasn't out in the sun.
Are you sure about the bad dreams?
Well, I had this thing in mind.
Could you be more specific?
It wasn't much. Just an idea.
Have you heard voices?
No voices, no little green men.
Mr. Neary, have you ever had a close encounter? A close encounter with something very unusual.
Who are you?
You tell me you imagined this mountain before you discovered its existence. How did it manifest itself? Shadows on the wall, ideas, geometric images, slowly evolving until it was right?
Yes! Yes!
You felt drawn, almost compelled to be here.
I guess you might say that.
Mr. Neary, what did you expect to find?
The answer. That's not crazy, is it?
No, senor. It is not.
Thank God.
Excuse me, Mr. Lacombe. It is time for Mr. Neary to be evacuated.
No! I'm not going back. I'm not going on any bus ride home.
Major, we must let him stay. You understand, don't you? Roy Neary was summoned.
I am in charge of security, Lacombe. Neary goes.
But he and the others, they drew their own version of the tower before they came here. They are not released.
I have my orders from Comsec.
I am in command now. No departure.
Sorry, sir.
Give me 5 minutes, then.
Make it 3 minutes.
David Barker, come here. We cannot let the Major send these people away. I will take the responsibility for keeping them here.
The Major will not allow it.
Somehow they must stay. Without them, this is all useless.
Roy and Jillian are escorted to an army chopper waiting for takeoff.
Roy, they're going to send us home.
They're going to lift us out of here in a few minutes, and that will be the end. We will never find out what that mountain means.
Then I will never find Barry.
I still don't believe there's anything wrong with this air.
No poison gas?
It's got to be a ruse, especially after those questions about the sightings.
Then why?
The military doesn't want any witnesses here, but we're going to stay.
How?
You'll have to keep with me and run very fast.
But we're going to take off soon.
Now, run for it!
Back at the command post,
But you don't understand, Major. They were invited.
No, Lacombe.
Hey,
Oh, what now? What? But how? Well, you find them. And use the sleeping gas, you hear? Well, it seems your friends have escaped.
We have to keep moving. They'll be after us soon.
Listen, Roy.
Look, we've got to try for the ravine. They won't spot us there.
What? Is that white cloud?
That's how they did it. It's gas. Probably a sleeping aerosol.
We better move to the other side. Get above the drift.
Get down. Cover your nose and mouth.
later that evening, Roy and Jillian reach the crest of the ravine.
They won't find us here.
I suppose not. But what happens now?
I don't... Oh, my God! Look over here.
Whoa. What is it?
It looks like an airport. No, not like any I've ever seen.
Kind of a cosmic port of call.
Look at those landing lights. They must stretch out all the way to the horizon.
And the lights on the walls of the ravine. Like a football stadium.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
Good. Then I know I'm not hallucinating.
Those men in the white coats.
They look like technicians.
And at the base, in the corner, it looks like a gigantic pipe organ.
I've seen one of those before in a magazine. It's an electronic synthesizer.
I know that. It's the two batteries playing on his toy xylophone. This is unbelievable.
Ladies and gentlemen, take your positions, please. This is not a drill.
They're all looking up at us.
No, not at us. At the sky. Look. Look at the constellation. And we're the only ones that know.
Did you see that?
Shooting stars all over the sky.
Wow. Red, green, orange. Oh my. This is brilliant.
They're showing us the galaxy. A cosmic demonstration of our place in the universe. What beauty.
It's the ship. They're going to
going down there.
Oh, wait.
At the base camp, Roy joins with Lacombe and Laughlin, watching as the objects land.
They must be over a mile wide.
They are the size of an entire city.
The audio analyzer on. Ready. Encore. Play it again.
Still no response.
That is our language of communication. They are teaching us their musical vocabulary. Something is opening.
Cover your eyes.
The heat. Like the last time.
I am Claude Lecoq. They're there. 7 of them. Yes. Our little pilot from Pensacola. Please, accompany this boat.
Who are they?
Listen, Delirium. All in good time.
Lacombe. They haven't aged a day since 1945. Einstein was right. Time and relativity.
Barry! It's Barry! I saw our house. I saw you go up in the air. Did you see me running after you? Yes.
Where's Warren?
I just want to know what's happening.
You know, it's like the first day of school.
Yes. You are a critical factor in this case, boy. I am convinced of that.
Look at the ships.
Are they going away?
We must talk about Mr. Neary's case.
It's important that Mr. Neary be made a part of this job.
Neary, I am angry.
What are those figures forming from inside?
They have come to select their passengers. Neary, what is your plan? I will need your date of birth and the record of your vaccination.
You mean I'm going?
They seem to want to. But you must understand that we have a program for the truth. The case will be made effective. But you are dead. In light of your vaccination, this document certifies that you accept the vaccination.
I'm going. Look at them. Barely 3 feet tall. They're friendly. I can feel it. Goodbye, Lacombe. Thank you.
Thanks, my friend.
Goodbye, Jillian.
Roy.
It's time to go.
By the guidance of the stars, grant these pilgrims, we pray, a happy journey and peaceful days, so that with your divine angel as their guide, they may reach their destination and finally come to the earth.